Why you don't want to hear when I go for 40 minutes? I mean, if you want to learn.
Okay, okay.
Wow.
Can you space out, please?
Space out.
Yeah, can you space out?
And let's pay attention, okay? I keep this each other.
The time for you
Yes.
to
Do,
start over.
why you have like that?
Okay,
You know, I agree
can
what I'm
you
saying.
move?
You know, I agree what I'm saying.
Okay, can you move over here?
Waving up the camera.
Which mic?
Are we going to use?
Mic?
Mhm.
I don't need a mic.
No.
My Wi-Fi not correct.
Are you want to share your screen, right?
No, I just want to talk. I want to share.
Okay.
I just want to talk.
Why do you have your laptop?
So that I can know what I'm talking about.
You have a PowerPoint.
No.
And why aren't you on the meeting?
Okay, if you have your computer, just join Google the Zoom stuff. Just
can join.
but I tell you guys every week
My Wi-Fi was
to
disconnected, so I
join
just
Zoom.
connected.
I wrote it. Oh yeah. He's not ready. He's ready to shine the cloud. Come here, proud of each other. Everything, please stop.
Okay.
All right, good morning, everyone. Wait, is there a glue somewhere there that you guys cannot? I said, can you move?
Down here.
Anywhere, just some space out. Okay, it's just gonna be for about 45 minutes and you can. Look at this.
Coming today.
All right, so most of last year and most of last year we talked about the hardware part of the computer, right? We talked about the components that are made of the computer, and also we talked about how those components, the function of each one. I hope you guys still remember. I don't hear yes.
Yeah.
I was not.
Said what? Yeah, I thought. You were not here.
I was here for like there would be like a.
Okay. So do you still remember?
Yeah, yes.
Some
Yes.
of it? Huh? Okay. So. That's fine.
How am I supposed to take notes if I don't have a note?
Bring up a notepad.
I don't know how to.
So you don't know how to bring up a notepad? Over here, type notepad. Yeah, I'm thinking that, so you can write on that.
Or you can use your Google Drive if you don't.
Yeah, you all have different options, so you can look up.
What's Google Docs?
All right, so let's refresh our memory. We can define a computer. Anyone? Yeah, go ahead.
A computer is some electronic power device that calculates stuff into a computer, meaning compute.
Sorry, can you say that again?
It's an electronic powered device that calculates end-to-end computer.
So it's an electronic device that calculates. Yes, okay.
According to Google,
Oh,
a computer is an electronic device for storing and processing data, typically in binary form according to instructions given to it in a variable form.
wow, should we accept that?
No. Yeah.
Yes, that's what.
No, so if you're in your classroom, that asks a question, you're gonna say, okay, yeah, let me Google it.
You can.
I want your own understanding of it, okay? Because when you step out of that door and you don't have your laptop with you, how are you gonna define it? So when I ask a question, I want your own understanding, okay? You don't have to be right. Okay, you don't have to be right. You don't have to be correct. What I need is your own understanding of it, okay? What do you understand by a computer?
Well, a computer is like a machine that can process threads and stuff. And it's made out of different parts that work together.
Very good. What do you understand by a computer? Google? Oh, Google, really?
No, I'm not Googling it. I was Googling something for my presentation. What does iBookia have to do with it? The computer is a device that perhaps
It's important for you guys to have your own understanding of things, okay? That is when you know. If you don't have your laptop or your iPad with you, then it becomes a challenge to remember what it actually means, okay? So you all use a computer, you use either your iPad or your smartphone, right? That should actually tell you what a computer is, okay? And you said it's an electronic device. Remember,
Open your Google Doc and write notes, please,
okay,
because we don't want this experience again. You didn't bring your computer? Oh, okay.
All right, so for those of you who were with us last year, we talked about a mechanical computer, right? You remember? What was that thing called? The Turing Tumble, right? We talked about that. We said it was a mechanical computer, but there's one unique thing or one common thing with that and the electronic computer like E-defined. Every one of these things needs an input, okay? Any device whereby you have to provide an input, then that device processes it and then gives you an output. That device is called a computer, okay? There has to be an input, okay? The input could be you just punching on your app, or you playing a game and using your finger, you playing a game on your phone and using your finger to control the game. It's an input. So you put something in and then you get something out. Do you all understand that? So when you think of a computer, always think of an input, then something processes whatever you put in, and then there will be a result, an output. Okay? So you don't have to define it as binary. Yeah, those are going deeper into the actual meaning. But at your level, if someone asks you, what is a computer? All you need to know, all you need to say is that a computer is a device that takes in an input, processes that input, and then provides a result. Okay? Provides an output. So there's usually an input device, and there is also an output device, okay? What is an input device? All right, finish chewing. What is an input device? Oh, you did not raise your hand?
No, it's fine.
All right, go ahead, Aiden.
Keyboard.
A keyboard is an input device, okay? Because with a keyboard, you are able to type in, right? Okay, what's the input device? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, there's something in your mouth. A mouse, okay? A mouse is also an input device. I hope you guys are taking notes of all this, okay?
No games, right? Keep the notes.
This is gonna be the last time I will go over all, we've talked about this several times. Okay, all right, you wanna give us another input device?
And for yourself.
Yeah, so when you pick up your smartphone and use your fingers to punch in all those, to punch in, either your app or, control the game, your finger becomes an input device. Because through your finger, you're actually sending an instruction to your phone, then your phone will process that instruction and provide an output. Okay? One more. Yeah, go ahead.
A game controller.
Yeah, a game controller, a joystick, a game controller is also an input device. Thank you very much. Okay. Anyone can think of something else that is an input device? Oh, really? What is that? Your name?
Voice.
Your voice. Do you agree with that?
Oh, what?
See. Siri.
No, sorry, I can.
Oh.
Yeah, you could use your voice to send an instruction to the computer, right? And then the computer will process it and provide an output. So your voice could also be an input device. Thank you. Okay, the very last one. Anyone? The very, very last one. Yeah, go ahead. Don't be worried that you get it wrong, okay? Nobody's here to, yeah, go ahead.
A search.
A what?
A search.
A search box?
No, like you can like hide in it.
No. A remote control. That's interesting. Okay, yeah. A charger.
Earbud charge.
Huh?
Earbud charge.
No. No, a charger is not an input device.
I never.
Yeah, no, keyboard. The keyboard I used to, the keyboard part of the typewriter. Yeah.
Hey, camera.
Motion.
Okay, so, yeah.
Motion.
Yeah. When you get to your computer, you can actually control the game, right? Okay. What?
This is kind of like an odd one, but we can learn.
Okay, so thank you all for the input devices. So like I said earlier, right, we have to input some instructions to a computer. Then the computer will process this instruction and provide an output. Okay, so that means we have input devices, and then like you all mentioned, we're gonna also have output devices. Okay, so what is an output device? Okay, go ahead.
A device that you output commands to be like, via the computer, example might be like, Yeah, start with those. Arduino.
All right, go ahead.
A printer.
A printer is an output device, because when you type in your documents, right? The computer processes it, and if you want a copy of it, you send it to the printer, then the printer actually prints out what the computer has printed, okay? All right. An output device. Are you sure that I asked these things? Yeah, go ahead. A speaker. A speaker is an example of an output device. Okay? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, your computer screen or your computer monitor is an example of an output device. Any other hand up? Go ahead.
Sound. Oh, no, vibration, sorry. Speaker, and you know
Speaker.
when you put something in your phone and it goes zzz?
Yeah,
That
but
was
that's
not
not
on
really
purpose.
an output device. It's more of an output, not an output.
All right, so now that we know what a computer is, we know what input device and output device also stands for. We now have a good idea of what a computer is. Now, next week, I'm going to ask more questions about the components. So what I have in mind for today is something a little bit different, right? And I want to talk about the software part of the computer. Okay? What do you mean by software? Okay?
An app.
Yeah, an app. What? Microsoft Edge. Okay. But what I define is software? Yeah, go ahead.
Parts of the computer you can't physically touch.
Yeah, you cannot physically touch it. It is a program written, okay? A set of instructions, okay, that you send to a computer. So the software is actually a program or a set of instructions that you run. Some people call it code, some people call it, like I said, a program. So now give me examples of softwares that you know. Yeah.
Unity.
What?
Unity.
Okay. Example of the software. Example of the software. Example of the software. Google. Example of the software. Huh? Safari. Okay. Example of the software. Okay, when you finish it, I didn't hear that.
Microsoft Edge.
Good.
I already said Unity, but I can also guess visuals.
Okay. Okay, good.
Wow.
Example of the software. Zoom, okay. Example of the software. Google Meet. Google Meet. So there are so many examples that we can all think about. Okay, now on your laptop, right? There's something we call an operating system. Okay.
Which you guys install it, remember?
Okay, for those of, I don't think they were not hearing.
I know.
Okay. So what is an operating system? Windows is an operating system. Safari is an operating system. No.
Wait, Windows not an operating system?
No, I didn't say that. I said, yeah, I said Windows is an operating system. Hey, Microsoft Windows, okay? An operating system?
Ooh, I got another one.
Huh?
I got another one. iOS, but like Apple.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Alignment.
very good. You're not gonna come. What's an operating system? Example,
Android,
Android, very good.
one of the best.
Samsung,
You know.
Samsung is the manufacturer of the hardware.
Oh,
For now, you know what Samsung is, yeah?
Windows.
Windows again.
When you learn 10, when you start.
The edition came out.
Okay, so, all right,
Years.
so we've all mentioned some types of operating system, Windows, Linux, Android, operating system, and then we have the iOS, okay? Those are the popular types of operating system. So an operating system is also a software, okay? Now, but the difference is that your applications, okay, those applications, your Internet Explorer, Microsoft Edge, your Safari, right? They all run on the operating system. So you have the operating system, then you have all these other apps running on the operating system, okay? So the operating system is like the middleman between your apps and the hardware on your computer. You understand that? So you have the operating system, then you have your app, and then you have the hardware. So if your operating system needs to, if you need to work on your app, you send a message to the app passes it on to the operating system, then the operating system goes to the hardware, maybe your CPU or your memory or things like that. Okay? Any question on that? Yeah, what's the question?
Why is it so cold?
Okay, all right, any question from anyone? You have all these things written? You have it all jotted down?
Maybe not, you'll never know. That was evil laugh, I'm scared.
You have all written down?
They someone.
Okay.
Her. Good team.
No.
All right.
Kanye makes sense.
So let's talk about
What's
something new. What I have for
Read
today
now.
is actually, can you please, I hope you're not playing a game,
No, he's
I
not,
don't-
he's writing, he just makes it different fonts.
okay?
Not making different fonts,
Well,
making
you're sitting on
eyes,
the-
right?
By your eye.
And your eye can travel that far.
All
Not
right.
really, I'm practically blind.
Hey.
Hey.
Okay,
Practically, but not.
Not completely. But
all right, I need you guys to listen because what we're gonna talk
Please
about,
help him out, okay? We don't pass through this stage, we can't go to programming and software development and stuff.
hacking.
Yes, we
So I
have
wanna-
to get the basic right.
all right, so what I wanna talk about today is malware and virus. That's what I want us to understand. Because we all use computers, we use it every day, we use it, maybe we all have smartphones. So, but we need to be careful and also be conscious of, those things that can hamper the use of our devices. Okay? So I want to talk about malware. And before I proceed, I'd like to get your understanding of that word malware? If you know you've heard of that word before, just tell me what you understand or what you think it means. Yeah, go ahead.
So it's like, a bad software that.
A bad software? No,
Yeah,
go ahead, yeah.
like, something that someone could install on your computer accident, like when you click on something, it might accidentally install. And then it can like track your computer and stuff.
Very good. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
It makes me think of malnutrition. You know, when you get malnutrition, it's like a bad idea. So mal meaning bad, nutrition meaning nutrition. So think about it, and it's malnutrition, malware, software, bad. Bad software, bad nutrition.
I like that.
Yeah.
Malnutrition. Okay, that's interesting. Okay. You heard of malware, right?
Don't think I have, probably have, actually, I'm pretty sure Windows is, malware at this point because of the amount of
For free trial eventually.
notifications I get.
No, Windows is not a malware.
Honestly,
Have
it
you heard of
acts like
malware?
a malware.
Oh, you heard of it, but you didn't. Well, you didn't know what it is. Get it?
You shall send.
Oh,
That between $20.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Have you heard of malware? Okay. Have you heard of malware? Huh?
Oh.
Have you ever heard of malware? Oh, sorry. Okay, have you heard of malware? What does it mean?
That's literally a minute to go around.
Okay, so it's a good thing that you guys have heard of malware, but also not a bad thing that you don't know what it means. Okay? So a malware, and you can write this down, okay? A malware just means malicious software. Okay? A software that is designed to infiltrate a computer system and possibly damage it without the user's knowledge. Okay? So it is a software that is written by someone to get into your computer, to infiltrate into your computer without your knowledge. Okay? Yeah, go ahead. Infiltrate.
Infill and then trade.
I was it like
Hey,
a
hey,
virus?
hey, if you wanna help her, just one person,
So it's a virus and then.
yeah, we're gonna get it.
I'm
Yes.
talking about my own when I was in this.
Honestly, the fact that school leaders and everything like that.
Well.
Okay, so let's go over that definition one more time, okay? A malware is a software designed to infiltrate, right? Meaning that it's designed to sneak into your computer without your knowledge, okay? And possibly it will cause a damage, and sometimes it may not, okay? It could be there to just snoop or collect information and send it to someone. So it's not all the time that a malware will damage or will do something bad to your computer. Sometimes it will be there for years and just be quiet, gathering information. Yeah, go ahead. It's like, yeah, it's like a China balloon. No, no. Yeah, I'm sure, remember, the Chinese balloon came into our spare zone, or, yeah, into the country's air zone, right? Without our knowledge, and was, gathering information.
We still are, TikTok, think about it. We're on there all the time.
Wake up, America.
So, listen. I need you guys to understand this definition, okay? Because many people will think that, oh, malware is something that's gonna cause or create a damage or create a bad effect on your computer. No, sometimes it's silent. It will be there, just monitoring. Okay? Yeah, go ahead. Oh, you go ahead.
So if I was on a meeting, right, and I turned on my camera, was it to be able to see you?
Yes.
There are malware that can take over the camera. Okay? Yeah, go ahead.
Should I have a
Up.
phone on?
But they could see it if you look up.
You wanted to say something?
Oh, yeah, I once had a virus that did,
Not on this
I mean,
one.
malware that like didn't do anything. For a week or something, and then it just. Whenever I opened the tab, it would like, put up a pop-up of like.
Have that type of malware.
Not that.
Okay.
virus.
Now, like I said, you could have a malware on your computer for years. There is a particular type of malware that is triggered on a particular day. So the malware,
What did you say?
the malware could be on your computer, and then on your birthday, it could actually be triggered and then cause damage. Okay?
Just still all your information.
All right, so what I want to do now is to go around, each person is going to tell me their understanding of the malware now, okay? You going to go first?
Yeah,
What is a malware?
and so malware isn't that bad, but malware is software.
Is it that bad?
That bad.
It's not that bad, you know, sorry, computer.
It's not that bad. But, I mean, it's like.
You get fried.
Can you check the oh, this,
I don't know, ask. Yeah, ask.
I know. Your value.
It's not that you can compare without your knowledge.
Yeah, very good.
Why, Rama, you had it? That's how I buy you.
And they can mark.
Yeah, it is software, you can use it. Okay, what is a malware? Yeah, a software that could get into your computer and steal information without your approval. Okay. Just tell me what you understand.
Yeah.
Malware means malicious software designed to infiltrate and possibly damage someone's computer without the knowledge of.
Huh?
Okay, you're just reading.
No, I wrote it down in my own words, therefore it is my own knowledge.
Okay. Yeah, good.
So malware is malicious software that can infiltrate your computer. Sometimes without you knowing, but like now you'll most likely know from like the Windows NT virus security stuff.
That's what
That
happens.
scans your computer a lot.
You can detect later. Very good.
Malware is malicious, software with the intent to infiltrate the computer.
And do what? When they infiltrate, what happens?
They just infiltrate and then they steal all your data and be like, hello, and then leave the country.
And then they could commit tax fraud and then blame it on you, and then the IRS is gonna come.
All right, what do you understand? by malware?
Knock on our door, they can't be.
Yeah, go ahead.
Didn't fall.
Okay.
Didn't
It's a
fall.
malicious software
Uh-huh.
that can destroy basically your entire life. Because it can take your information, do bad stuff with it. I don't know.
Yeah, it is software that could get into your computer and do some bad stuff.
I can read.
Oh, okay, yeah, sorry,
Francis,
yes.
Francis, if you can hear us, wait. Oh, you can hear us, okay, good. So, Akuni is going to help you guys understand what, the class has been talking about. We're talking about internet security, malware, and all that stuff, so.
Okay, so.
No, you get to use yours.
All right, so we're talking about a malware, okay? Malware means a malicious software. A software that is actually written by someone with the purpose of infiltrating into your computer or getting into your computer without your knowledge. That is the key thing, without your knowledge. Okay?
Elijah, where your notes at? Are you guys writing?
Yeah.
I can post my notes. Underneath.
Go ahead, yeah.
Don't the hackers and people who like make that know that they're like things that can detect them?
If you're a good hacker, you can bypass the software.
Yeah.
Yay.
Oh, I don't think they know. Okay, somebody-
So. Cedric,
Because you're gonna get.
oh, you're Cedric. Cedric, right?
Yeah.
Cedric. Cedric. Elijah. I tell you to come for books, tell them to get books, to write. So Elijah take Sean or take Monte. Martin Luther, write your book. Take note, okay? We are working on internet security, malware and virus.
Okay, so a malware, you see that name, that word malware, right? Now consists of so many other type of software. Okay, so malware is a broad name. Okay, under malware, right? So if you are writing it down, you can write it this way. So you put malware in a box, right? Below that, you can draw a line, right? Under malware, we have virus, we have worms, we have Trojan horse, we have spyware, we have what we call rootkits, we have keyloggers, we have
Sir, please slow down.
hardware. So I've said a lot, okay?
Yeah, can you please slow down?
Okay, so when we talk, so any malicious software is called a malware, right? So under that, there are so many types of malicious software. One of those is virus, okay?
Okay.
That's number one, virus. Then worm, WORMS, worm.
Dana, if you have any questions, ask, okay?
Then the third one is
Yeah, I do have a question.
Virus worms.
yeah, go ahead.
So our just one of like all the hacker images.
No, so malware is the word, it's like umbrella.
An umbrella term.
Yeah, then all these other things that I just mentioned are,
Bad.
yeah, they are under it. So all of them malware, okay? So all the malware is like the umbrella name for all these things.
Think an upside down string. Malware, everything else.
Yeah, everything, yeah, so
No, those are.
let's list all those things because
Upside down.
we're gonna talk about each one, okay? Now we know the meaning of malware. So we're gonna talk about each of these things. So let me list it again. Virus, one, Trojan horse, Trojan, then hyphen horse.
Fucking
That
Trojan.
is that's what I got on my computer when I was.
So Trojan horse,
I
CRO.
learned about that in world history.
And that horse. We learned about that, yeah. There's a story behind Trojan horse.
Is it bad? Is it really bad?
No, it's.
It means,
Like, what, like, what do you do?
yeah, we're gonna talk about each one, okay?
Equal to 25.
I learned about that in world history.
So there's something we call spyware also.
My old computer.
Spyware?
Spyware,
One that you gave me? Yeah, that's-
that's what we call dogger. Loggers. Keyloggers. And there's something we call hardware, ADWARE. So there are so many of it, but those are the ones that we're gonna,
Like,
hardware.
Hardware.
AD, is not AD.
Oh, ad,
Yeah, like advertisement.
okay.
to help you act.
They are.
It's just like, what, like, right there.
Okay.
Isn't that illegal?
So is the dark web.
I mean, a lot of things are, get a website.
My cousin said will book me as in screen.
Web is like, is that like hack?
I hope you have not been to the dark web.
I visited for like 2 minutes.
It's a dangerous place.
Like, I should see it.
I want to see. I don't want to see all the higher hitman or something.
Find out it was you.
Oh, in the dark one? About whole Wikipedia.
Listen,
Yes,
we are not going into the dark web,
okay.
okay? We don't have any business there, okay?
The buying Honda.
We are not buying anything there. All right, so, yeah, go ahead.
No, I didn't, I didn't say anything.
Yes, you did. I
Okay.
heard you.
All right. So we have, yeah, have you all written those down, those things that I said?
Virus, protocol, spyware, keylogger, admin.
Okay, so we're gonna be going over each one because they are all different, okay?
So this is the last
If you have
one.
not written it down, let me know, so I'll go by it.
Anyone want to share their screen so Tingana can see what it
I'm
is?
showing it. I have the better screen.
No, you do it.
I don't have a screen, but I have a.
No, we want someone that has typed it.
I got it.
Oh,
Yeah. All right.
next week, then we will let you know.
I did not know that.
So now you see it. So Tingana, public self, okay? Tingana can be the best when she wants to.
You might think.
I said, this malware is like an umbrella name for all these.
That's why I highlighted it and make everything else underneath it.
I said, draw a box, then you put a line, then you put all these.
No, he said, is this?
You know what the
Okay, so, no, it's, All right, so in Ghana, can you see what is on the screen? Yes.
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 Oh, who's page?
Pages.
Oh, I thought the other. Oh,
No, that's
stage.
Sage.
Oh, okay.
That's
Sage.
it, sister.
Okay. All right, thank you, So Team Ghana, if you have any question, please let me know. This is W-A-R-E. W-A-G-W-A-R-E.
Sorry.
All right, so.
He wants
we're
to
gonna talk
share
about- We
it.
have probably like 30 more minutes, so. I mean, let's talk about two of these things space. Then next week, we're gonna continue.
After the 30 minutes, are we presenting?
Editor?
No, present.
Oh, yeah, you're not presenting. Yeah. You're not presenting. Okay.
I'm going to let him do it. Share his. I also kind of need to work on my project. So, okay, well,
Looks good in its time.
there we go. There you go.
Oh, no, that scared me.
The FBI? Oh,
That's
no, this is the EBI.
What's that?
The FBI is the federal,
Bureau of
bureaucracy,
Investigation.
investigation.
Bureaucracy?
Bureaucracy.
Bureau.
Guys, I
Bureau.
want to make it.
Bureau.
Bureau.
And we show you the tree.
Okay.
All right, so let's start with, let's start with. What's that?
Malware. I have very bottom line.
Okay, all right, we're gonna start talking about all these things one after the other. Okay?
Okay.
All right, let's start with a virus. Let's talk about what a virus is.
But he's not.
Now, I'm sure every one of you have heard of that word virus.
Yes.
Okay,
I had my mom had coronavirus.
so what does a virus mean to you? What does it mean of a virus? Yeah?
It's something that corrupts the system, whether it's your human body system or your
Oh, it corrupts the system. Very good.
It is something very specialized at, going in, destroying like files or certain cells and then copying itself via the cells.
Okay, very good. Okay, yeah. What do you understand by
An
virus?
invasive parasite,
It's an
like
invasive.
certain people in our lives.
I'm talking to you, Fred.
You are.
What do you understand by the word virus? Bad stuff. That's what virus means. Yeah, what do you mean by, what do you understand by virus?
A sickness.
A sickness. Okay, what do you understand by virus? You share your screen next week. Okay, what do you understand by virus? Okay. All right, yeah, so you all have a very good idea of the virus. In computer terms, right? A virus is any software, or I could say any malicious software that can spread, okay? Any malicious software that can spread to other computers and create some kind of problem or trouble, okay? The key word is, it is a malicious software that can spread, okay? It can spread to other computers and cause trouble. Okay, just like the coronavirus. You know, the coronavirus could spread,
See.
right? So a virus, a computer virus, is any malicious software that can spread. So it infects your computer and then it spreads to other computers that you have on your network. Okay, so it's just like the same virus, like the coronavirus. Okay, so it can spread. That's the key thing. Okay. All right. So for it to spread, it's gonna need your assistance. Okay. So what that means is that sometimes your computer could be infected with a virus. Okay, just your computer, and all you need for you to open that infected file, and what it does is that when you open infected file, then it now spreads. It's like it explodes and then spreads to all the other computers that are on that same network. Okay? So it needs you to help it to spread. Okay? So the virus will need you, right?
Can you have it on the iPad?
Yes. Yes.
Can I have it on
I don't want
They can even have it on Game Boy Advance.
So
I want to add this, guys. Hello? I want to add this. You can lose your job, or you can go to jail, or you can be fined when you mistakenly or knowingly allow these systems or these viruses to steal people's data information. It is that serious. That's why we want you guys to understand these things. Okay, so we want you guys to get these stuff, because even you get an internship and the company gives you your own email address, right? And yes, somebody can send you an email to the company's email, and you might think that it's coming from one of your co-workers or one of your team members, and you can click on that email and it's not from that person. So there is a way to even know whether an email is coming from the right place. People use people's bank accounts to their bank email to send an email, say, hey, your bank is need ABCD from you. We call or click on the link to give us information, but it's not coming from your bank. Yes, so please, these things are serious.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like she said, what we are talking about today is very, very important. Okay, this is not something that I would want you guys to forget. It's something that you should put to use. Let it be part of you. So be conscious of what we call a virus. Again, a virus needs your help to spread. And what that means is that if your computer is infected, right, with a virus, okay, for it to get to the second, third, and the 1000th computer, it needs you to do something. Okay, so if this computer is infected with a file, it could be the Roblox program that is infected with a virus on this computer. All it needs is that when you open Roblox, right, on this infected computer, it makes it explode. Then it spreads to the next one. So you or the owner of this computer triggered that virus and allowed it to spread to the next one. Yeah, go ahead.
How do you know what's that certain you don't?
How do you know what?
You know that it's on that certain.
How do you know that there is a virus on your computer, right? Yeah, we're gonna get to that in a minute, okay? So, but first understand the virus. So let's now talk about, do you all understand what the virus is now? So how do you so how can your computer get infected with a virus? Okay. If you have any experience of your computer being infected before, you can share it. All right, let's start from here. How can a computer get infected?
By clicking on random ads for no reason.
Very good. By clicking on links, right? Just any link, okay? Do you understand what we mean by a link?
Yeah.
Okay,
One time my cousin was watching YouTube and like people would just keep putting like random links to the YouTube comments. And my cousin clicked on it.
exactly. Be careful. Do not click on links or what we actually call hyperlinks, right? You may receive an email even from your school mailbox, right? Be careful before you click on that link. And we're going to talk about what you should look out for in emails. All right, yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
By going to certain illegal sites.
Um,
And by clicking on stuff that have been sent to you by unknown numbers.
that's very good.
By illegal sites, I meant free movie sites. But yeah.
I know you have, hey,
Yeah, I think you.
I know you have a lot on your mind. So how can the computer get it?
By being naive, by not knowing how to access the internet properly, or both of those by being 6 years old.
By being 6 years old? You were more 6 years old, right?
I was not 6 years old, worst mistake in my life.
Okay, all right. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, a virus on your by doing your school project.
By doing your school project? I don't understand that.
I was doing this a world study project and I clicked on a link and it told me to like wait for a few minutes. So I waited and then that Trojan thing went on my
Oh, that's how your computer broke?
Yeah, you see, you click on a link. So that's all it's the key thing is that be careful. Do not be clicking on links, especially on social media sites or on websites that you are not aware or that you are not familiar with. Okay? Do not be clicking on links. You all know what I mean by links or hyperlinks, right?
Yes.
Sorry. So that you know what we mean by links. So a link could be in your email.
Even dogs and.
Yeah,
Like this.
yeah. So be careful. One of the easiest way that you can get your computers infected is what you said, right? Somebody on YouTube at the comment section, and you see a link that, oh, to know more about this, just click on this.
Like
No.
this. Oh, yeah. When you're doing like
don't do that.
research and stuff,
Okay.
Yeah, that's
you can
You
click
don't
on
do
one
that.
of these
It's like
things and it'll send you somewhere else.
You didn't got it for some. Oh, I'm
And it'll
interested
send
in
you
that, and you click on
somewhere
that type of link. Please do not do that. Okay?
They don't think of anything Scottish.
In this example, right, if this was an hyperlink, if you want to learn more about Scottish folk song, rather bring up a new browser or a new page and Google Scottish folk song. That is better for you to do than clicking on that link. Okay? Yeah, don't, if you can avoid it, don't be clicking on links. Yeah, go ahead.
one time, it was like a week ago, I clicked on a link to get a new computer because I wanted
To get a new computer.
They said,
yeah, and they I was watching the picture. Oh, and if you want a computer and you live in Maryland, just click this link. So I clicked it.
The mistake is that you were watching.
And I put it in my
Doing that, I really applaud you for it.
I got that.
Wow, who could have seen that coming?
oh my God, that is so rare.
Thank you for sharing this, but you all listen to what I said. Okay,
Yeah.
all right, so the key thing there is this. You can't get things for free. Okay, so if you see a message or you receive a message saying, hey, click this to get something for free, do not believe that. Okay? Do not believe that. Don't click on such links. Okay?
Also, and some people send me a group chat and it said, hey, we're going to a party tonight. And they sent me a
No,
link.
that's an old man. Never do that.
So yeah, I can.
Thank you for sharing all these things. Okay? Please, again, learn. If you don't know someone, or if you just receive a random message, it's best to delete.
I block and report to John.
Delete. When you block, what is you to block? But the problem with blocking is that the person you block will know that you exist. And they will try again. They will keep trying. Okay? When you block, yes, it's good. But then that person knows that, oh, I've been blocked. That means there is somebody out there with that number. But when you delete, that person doesn't know whether you exist or not. Okay?
No, but when you block on iMessage, it doesn't tell you that you've been blocked.
No. If you block me, right, and attempt to reach you again, then I know you blocked me. I'll get a message that, oh, denied or something.
Oh.
Okay? Then I know that you blocked me. Then that tells me that you exist. Okay? All right. So, again, viruses are something very, very bad. They are malicious software that needs human intervention to spread. Okay? So if you don't want the virus to spread, then you got to be careful with the links, with the software that you use. Okay, many of you get on Roblox to play games, right? Be careful when on your comment section, any link that is provided there, please avoid it.
They used to do that in Brookhaven.
They need
Yeah.
human ignorance. Right, that intervention. It's human ignorance. That's the key word.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
So there's, just to give you a little bit of background information, there's a game on Steam called Team Fortress 2. It went free around 2009. And this link was from 2022. I was just looking up Team Fortress 2 because I was looking up information on the game. I saw a link for free Team Fortress 2. It was from 2022, like I just said. It went free in 2009.
Did you click on it?
So again,
Did you click on
from what you
No.
said,
That
not click on links. Please take this very, very seriously. You see, when you learn these things now, then you avoid mistakes later. Okay? You don't want your information to be stolen down. Okay? So let's try as much as possible to avoid, spreading the virus. Yeah.
Team Ghana? Any questions? You guys hear us? You guys came late, so, Juliana will share the notes with you guys in Google Classroom. So you can take notes of that. Okay?
That's me.
Harry?
Yes, madam.
Okay. We are talking about internet safety. I know we did something similar in the beginning, so you guys have a little bit, Tony, you guys remember. He walked you guys through internet safety, how to set up your password, all those stuff, right? Start sharing those things, please.
I'm trying to put it in the Google Classroom.
Okay, so any experience with a virus or any advice? You don't have any experience? You've never, okay. Oh, okay,
I mean, it's not really an experience.
okay.
So one day I was like bored of having 0 Robux all the time. So I went to YouTube to search for free Robux. And then, I found several sites that says free robots, and I watched one of them, and I could tell it was fake because they used like Photoshop or something.
Yeah, so thank you for that. Anytime you're on the internet and someone or you receive a message that says, oh, this is free. Okay, Please, please don't always believe that. Okay, it's free because the owner or the person that owns that website wants to lure you into being infected. Okay, so anytime you see a message or a link saying, oh, click this and you get free roadblocks or free computer or free anything, please avoid going to those clicking on those links. Okay, so we just talked about only virus today. Okay, we talked about just virus today. Next week we're going to talk about Trojan and spyware. Okay, if you have any questions about what we talked about today, please go ahead and ask now so that I can explain again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or anybody want to explain or give us a summary of what has been discussed today?
You know what my name
Maybe.
Yeah.
No, I wanted to give out a sum. Basically, what we learned is that a virus is like.
Unmute your mic so you can.
Oh, you don't connect.
It's like a software that can spread to other computers to create problems. And in the computer, you can get a virus by clicking on ads that leads you to an illegal website. Those are the ones.
Okay. Yeah, good.
Thank you. Good
Thank
job.
you. All right.
Oh,
What do you understand about what we've talked about today?
oh, end of the meeting.
Yeah.
So you actually explain this to your parents when you get home also to let them know what you've learned.
Okay, so today we learned about what a computer is, and it's an electronic device that stores that when you provide an input, it provides an output.
Very good.
And we also learned about viruses and malware and how malware is malicious software designed to sneak into your computer without your knowledge. And we learned about a virus and how if it's like comes into like one file, and then when you open that corrupted file, it spreads.
Thank you. Very, very.
Okay, so today we learned about, let me get my notes, viruses and how if you click the tab that the virus is on, the computer will explode and then it will spread to every network. Well, it's a metaphor. The virus is gonna explode, and then it's gonna go to every network station that you had in your house, or like every computer. Yeah, and you get COVID. So the virus is something that spreads to the point like your computer or even a human body gets corrupt. So like you probably would get hacked, and you could go to the dark web and do that too. So we also learned about inputs like mouses and keyboards. and outputs like a screen speaker. I mean, a speaker, and software like Microsoft Edge.
These things that you're saying, right? I hope you have it written down and you can understand what it's.
Yeah, I wrote it.
Because she's ready. Let her.
Go ahead.
Okay, hold on, let others come back. Some people want to keep read that.
But are you man?
No, no, no.
I'm proud of you.
I have to
Okay,
walk.
I am. You came back. Guys, please hurry up. Let's respect our classmates.
I know, I'm gonna walk with her. That's fine. This has 10 slots.
Wait, what was it about the tribe and government? Like, you had to include the tribe. and government? Okay. But then include like all.
Yes, and you have famous scientists and artists and everything in there, famous people.
No, I only
right.
added tribes and
Okay.
kind of was.
No. But then you can perfect it and bring it back.
Yes. Some beige.
Okay, we are ready.
Yeah, so guys, I want to, before anything, Naima was away for like 3 weeks, right? And she came back last week and we shared with her what we've been working on. We gave presentation, thanks to Ariane and EJ and some of our Tingana people. And she understood what exactly was required. And even though she has been away for 3 weeks, she has her stuff ready. And so if you've been here all this time, even last week, we gave you guys time after class to work on your presentation. The week before, gave you guys time to work on your presentation. And so you can tell me that you are not done, you are not ready. What do you think? What is the message that you're telling us?
Okay.
Thank you. And what another message are you telling us? What other message are you giving?
You don't want to be here.
Yes, and then what else? Help us. What are your actions speaks?
Rather than words.
Yes, actions are messages that you give to people. So if up to now you are still not done, what are some of the messages that you telling your classmates?
Don't care.
You don't care what? You're not putting any effort in anything that we are trying to get you to do. And you are just here to waste our time. Uncle Tony, Uncle Nee, myself, we can just be doing something else. Nobody's getting paid for any of these stuff. And where's the money? Show me. See? No, we actually, they giving us this free place to use. We should have been paying for this place too. So when we dedicate our time and get together, even the food that we buy, Antonia, Petoni, and myself, we get our money together to get the food every week. So please help us to make it worth it, okay? We love you guys. That's the basic line of all this is all what love. That's all it is. So I'm begging you guys, please, let's work together for all of us. This is a team. Remember when we started, I said, I don't know everything. So you guys are gonna teach us as we also teach you guys. Thank you. So, Naima.
I did my presentation on Nigeria. Population between 1965 and 2022, the number of people living in Nigeria.
Naima, remember? Okay, pause, sorry. Another thing about presentation. No need to rush. Because if somebody cannot hear you, it's a defeated work. We gotta soak in all that you have for us. So take your time, okay? Please. And we love you. Don't feel like don't feel intimidated. In Ghana have to also hear you. And it's on YouTube Live. We are recording it. So take your time. Somebody can understand what you are saying, okay? Before anything, let's clap for her for just
Between 1965 and 2022, the number of people living in Nigeria increased at an average rate of over 2%. In 2021, the population grew by 2.6% compared to the previous year. Nigeria is the most populous country in Africa. Nigeria is a country in West Africa. It shares the land borders with the Republic of Benin to the west, Chad and Cameroon to the east, and Niger to the north. Its coast lies in the Gulf of Guinea in the south, and it borders Lake Chad to the northeast. Notable geographical features in Nigeria include the Adamawa Plateau, Mambila Plateau, Jos Plateau, Abuja Plateau, and the Niger River, Niger River, and the Niger Delta. The capital is Abuja, located on the map. The history of Nigeria can be traced to the earliest inhabitants who remained they from at least 13,000 BC through early civilizations of like Niger culture, which began around 1500 BC. Numerous ancient African civilizations, several of them leaders that is no longer today in Nigeria, such as the kingdom of Greece, the Benin Empire, and the Oyo Empire. Religion in Nigeria being the most populous African country in the population of 225 million as of 2022 is diverse. The country is home to some of the world's largest Christian and Muslim populations. Nigeria is divided roughly in half between Muslims, most live in the north, and Christians mostly live in the south. Indigenous groups such as the native of the Igbo and Yoruba entities are minority. The Christian share in Nigeria's population is on decline during the lower fertility rate compared to the Muslims in the north. The Hausa people are the largest tribe in Nigeria, making approximately 25% of the population. The Ijaw people make up about 10% of the Nigerian population and are situated in the delta of the Niger River. The Igbo people are descendants of the three kingdoms, the oldest in Nigeria. Government of Nigeria. Nigeria is a federal republic with presidential system of government. The president is the head of the state and the head of the government. He's elected by popular vote and serves 4-year term. The National Assembly is the legislative branch of government. It's made of 2 chambers. The Senate, which has 109 members, and the House of the Representatives, which has 360 members. Members of the both chambers are elected by popular vote to a 4-year term. The Supreme Court is the highest court in the land. Types of food. Whether Nigerian jollof rice, fried plantain fufu, or fada stew, Nigerian food is some of the best African cuisine. Different parts of Nigeria will have different traditional dishes, but there is also Nigerian foods that are across the entire country. Why I chose Nigeria? I chose Nigeria because my family originated there. I also chose Nigeria because my religion, Islam, also came from Nigeria. That's it.
When, what? As Ms. Nikita said, last week, and she did everything right. Good job. Then, Edie.
Are we making a comment?
Any comment, any question?
It's a very
Now-
What did you get from Nigeria?
Based on this presentation, right? Who wants to visit Nigeria?
actually. I love my country
Okay,
and I will stay there.
you get a ticket? I'll get you a ticket.
What is the question?
I'll get you a ticket.
Jollof rice is better in your people.
Oh, you want to start the love right war? No.
Yes.
Personally,
Over there.
Ghana is
Have any
iconic.
other questions?
Okay, so, well, thank you for that presentation.
Thank you.
Yeah,
She went with MDM, so.
oh, you want to
Yeah.
get, oh, congratulations.
See, when we ask you guys for assignment, you never know. I don't there's nothing because everybody's excited.
So, yeah, you could get a present
$20.
if you actually go all out to do your assignment, okay?
I think we should do the number of slides.
No.
It came
It
last
has
week.
to be done.
Part of if we played it,
Once-
like,
Who is, okay, hey,
me, I'm the next.
No, no, I.
Ariel, let's check it out.
Okay, are you done? Are you done?
Yeah, Ariane is done.
Okay, all right, if you are done, come up here.
So what do we get from Nigeria though? Let's
Okay, yeah,
Yeah, what do we get from Nigeria?
Well,
The Igbo people,
uh,
okay,
majority.
are the majority people in Nigeria?
Igbo, no, Hausa.
The Hausa
Hausa.
people are the majority.
Um, the Muslims live in the north and the Christians live in the south.
Very good, very good. That's very good.
That is crazy.
And
What
then
did
what
you
else?
learn? What did you learn in that presentation? You know, got your attention in the presentation? Were you even listening?
Yeah.
What about the food that she shared?
That there is a love rice and I also to.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, nice.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, what else?
My mom's one.
We get from Nigeria. See?
What else?
Yeah, it's like, I knew most of this stuff.
Uh-huh. Well, we want to make sure that you get it, that's all.
Okay, what's the color of the flag for Nigeria?
Green, green and white.
Green, white, green. That is
Okay.
good enough,
Nice.
okay? That showed that you actually watched, yeah, go ahead.
What are the colors on the flag represent?
I'm guessing that the white
Oh, it
might
didn't say
represent.
So the green represents agriculture, the white represents peace. That's what,
So guys, you see, these questions are nice to know.
yeah.
Does Americans need visa to go to Nigeria?
Yes.
Okay,
Don't they
so
need visas to go out of the country?
not every country that you need.
You don't need a.
Some countries you can just.
You don't need a visa to go to Mexico?
Because there is an.
Technically, to go to certain like islands, you don't really need.
Yeah, like Bahamas, because it belongs to like.
No. There are what we call an agreement between some countries, right?
Treaties.
Yeah. It's actually called a treaty, okay? So yeah, you can visit a country, if you're gonna be there for maybe
Less
a
than 6
month
months.
or 90 days, then they can allow you to stay without a visa for just that period. But if you want to stay for a longer time, then you will need a visa, okay? All right, go ahead, all about Nepal. Sorry, before you. Now, one of the things that I found missing in the presentation, right? One, you did not talk about Yoruba people. You mentioned the tribes, but you did not mention Yoruba people. What? Okay, that is one. Then also, you did not tell us the particular location of Nigeria. Okay, now you did mention the borders, the countries that surrounded Nigeria, right? But is Nigeria in the southern part of Africa or the northern part of Africa? Western part of
No.
I didn't include
I don't
it.
know.
Hey, all right, wait,
Sorry, randomly disconnected.
Thank you.
Airplane.
All right, go ahead.
okay,
So let's learn about another country.
yes, the palm.
Let's learn about the country that has big stuff.
Hey.
Whoa. That's, yeah.
Okay, 1 second, let me get it.
Who am I?
Wait, can you go back one slide? How about Nepal, but, let me. Who am I? I'm Ari Presta, that's all you need to know. You can read the rest if you want to, but I'm not gonna read in time.
We have to hear you. And I told you to take your phone, you didn't.
Oh, you told me to change the font.
The colors and stuff, so we can.
That's giving me a headache.
Get better eyes, anyways.
He says.
Nepal, Nepal, the country in its roots. Nepal as a country is the 49th highest ranking country in the world, population wise, with around a population of 30 million. That's 30 million and ranks 102 highest economically. Some of the most prevalent groups in Nepal include the Chetri, Kashmiri, the Brahmin, and the Magadha. As you can see highlighted on the graph. Flag of Nepal and Nepal. So this is the flag. It's the only country in the world that doesn't have a square flag, the unique. And some major cities in Nepal are Kathmandu, Baghmati area right here. Dan or Lal would the more common name nowadays here in Baghmati as well. And then Pokhara here in Uganda. So crash course in Nepal's history. Kingdom of Nepal was officially created around 1768, 8 years before the US was a country. Nepal would fight in 2 wars, stalemating both and losing a bit of blood. First against Tibetan and then British. Neither time was Nepal captured. One player in the English-Nepalese war was the Gurkhas, who were a group of Nepalese and Nepali speakers who fought with the Kingdom of Nepal and then later got hired by the British. And here's a little quote from one of them. If a man says he is not afraid of dying, he is either lying or a Gurkha or an emo. A little crash course continued. Fast forward a good 100 years, the first Nepali democratic vote take place in 1959. Ironically, Nepal would send troops to Britain to help Britain World War II, with the same country that tried to invade Nepal. In 1997, the Nepali Revolution would commence, starting off as an attempt to overthrow the parliament, but eventually caused the royal massacre in 2001, with the monarchy ending in 2006 and Nepal becoming federal democratic republic in 2008. Why did I pick Nepal? I personally picked Nepal because it is the country I got. It also has the highest elevation mountain, Mount Everest, and other mountains nearby. It also has a very rich history and culture. And this is the Nepali national anthem. I'm not going to play all of this, but skip it.
We skip to the good part.
And then it repeats. This is the ethnic Nepali version, and this is the English, roughly English translated. Okay, foods in Nepal. Some foods that that's an echo.
You spell one.
That's weird. Anyways. Some foods that instantly come to mind are momo, samosas, pani puri. Oh wait. I think that's better. Little fillable pastries. There's an English way there. Mango lassi, which is a drink made with yogurt.
My favorite.
It's really good.
Mhm.
Milk tea.
Mhm.
And but there's some other common foods like roti, the flatbread dai, which is yogurt, ghee, which is like butter, and tarkari, which is just the Nepali word for vegetables. And this is a picture of momo. This is a picture of a standard, a standard, yeah.
That's right.
This is rice, this is the meat, usually like chicken or lamb, something like that. Dal, which is like lentil soup. And tarkari, this is sag, which is like, think like spinach. And this is usually like a mix of maybe like boga, beans, stuff like that. And momo is like, momo is basically smaller dumplings, it's steamed meat with packaged by, like, I don't know. The attractions in Nepal. Some big attractions in Nepal include Pocahontas Lake, Patan Dubad Square, which is a pretty famous and historical square, all Kathmandu, the Himalayan mountain range, the Janaki Mandir, and the birthplace of Buddha, the Maya Devi temple. That's the Maya Devi temple, and that's Mount Everest. President and vice president. The president's president, vice president are Nanda Vishu one over here, and Vidya Devi Bandari over here.
Wow.
And they are both. Yeah, they have a female president right now. Kind of corrupt though, so it's not the best thing. And both of them are.
Ariel, we don't want to be in trouble.
What are they?
Kind of a corrupt president. I can't
Okay,
be-
okay.
Please, don't go on.
Yeah, and they are both second president because term in Nepal is 5 years.
Oh, wow.
Visa requirements for Nepal. To get into Nepal, all you need is a valid passport with a good photo and a bit of cash to buy a visa. That should pick your passport. Traditional Nepali wear. Boys wear clothes like Dara Suras, Dhaka Topis, Dota and Mongji. Well, women wear clothes like Bunyu Cholo, with Sulavas, blouses, and sari. This is a picture of a Dhaka Topis, and this is a picture of a sari. Okay. Nepal is a very percussion heavy country with such instruments as kettle drums and hourglass drums for a supreme. I had a two-headed drum myself, but it had a broken strap. Funny story, actually, I wasn't really looking for it, but I was trying to find an air pump in my garage and I found this. So you can see where the strap used to be. And the way you would play it is either on the ground, no one's gonna see that though, on your lap in a chair or something, or standing up with this strapped over your neck.
Oh, okay.
The strap's kind of broken though, so there's only one thing I can do. Put it right here. Like a normal drum, you play it with your fingertips around here. And you play very like lightly if you want to make a flat sound. Like,
It does.
So what is that saying? Does it say anything? What is it?
No, it's a drum.
Okay. Sorry.
Thank you, sir.
Important dances in Nepal. There are a ton of dances in Nepal, but I went and picked some that I thought were important. This is the Laki dance, the name of a demon who owned a region in Nepal and chased others out of the region. Another one is Devi
You
Mitra,
have to wear the mask before dance.
a dance for a goddess named Hindu. Pictured underneath, if you couldn't figure out already, is a Laki dance. That's the mask that they use, and they use colorful, like, kind of like,
Tie dye.
yeah, ribbons, almost in a way. To make them look like a demon and try to scare off people. Usually attracts people for those kind of dances. Nepali, the language. Nepal is a diverse language with many different roots, mainly Sanskrit, like Arabian languages. There are lots of other Nepali languages, one of the main ones being Mewari. Some simple Nepali words are pani, meaning water.
Honey.
Honey.
Pani.
Guys, honey,
Pani.
honey means what?
Water.
And the next one kind of looks like pronounced as Dandavad.
Dandavad.
Which means thank you. There's no picture provided for this one. Well, what do you put a picture of?
Sounds a little German.
Okay, just like dances, there are tons of big festivals. Too much to put on here. I would probably have like 15 slides if I wrote just about the festivals. So I'm only gonna go for the biggest ones. Dasan is a 15-day long festival, represents the triumph of good over evil, like a stereotypical harmful. Another big one is Jihad, a festival all about death and celebrating the gods linked to it. It's 5 days long, but nowhere near the 15 of Dasan. Baitika is the last major festival celebrating brothers. The name Bai means younger brother, and Tika is a festival item. And that's the lighting of tea, that's the lighting of tea on this side. And that's for that side. Famous people in Nepal. There are not a lot of famous people in Nepal in public's name. There are two prominent figures. One is Siddhartha, as you probably know, Buddha. The other one is one you may have heard of, Tenzing Norgay. He was one of two people to climb Mount Everest initially. And there's a picture of him. He's dead by now. Both of them are dead by now. Poly inventions. The biggest invention, well, this is kind of debated, but it's the pagoda, which was very grand and sensible in that picture, and got swept up by China, who's then spread it to everyone else. Yeah, ideas really go a long way. I don't say it's funny. I just I think it go a long way.
You are just funny, that's nice.
What do you think I'm gonna do? Pull balloon? Because I am. Well, on the poly inventors are few and far between. One great inventor was Dr. Ruby. He made agricultural tools and improved designs of other tools. Was a great philanthropist, traveling to poor communities and just providing free cataract surgeries. Mr. B stole the idea from him. Anyways,
Hey.
he's the Mr. Beast of Nepal. Nepal is a rapidly developing country. It's more now like getting bigger because its economy kind of died and came back around 2016. So science is definitely a rapidly developing thing, just like the country, Nepal. And there's science to help improve basic things, just like water or the way of life, or cars or stuff like that. There are a lot of great scientists, but here's some of the biggest ones, including it's not written up here, I don't think, but this also includes Dr. B. So yeah, I'm not reading any of those. Nepal is southern festival. Nepal is a pretty idol heavy, with many different symbols and idols. The national animal is a cow. Reflecting heavily off of Hinduism, a big factor of Nepal. While the national bird is the Himalayan monarch, a bird representing the beauty of Nepal. The national
He's asking a question that do people eat cow in Nepal? No.
I mean, it's not very common, but people
Okay.
do. Because Hinduism and Buddhism is spread to both countries
Mhm.
kind of equally. So,
Okay, because it's a national animal, I don't think it's advisable to eat it.
uh, a bird represents beauty of Nepal. The national seal has many important parts of Nepal, including Mount Everest. Shamans are pretty prevalent, especially in the eastern and western parts. All dummies, the shamans flaunt around with their fancy headdresses, double-side drums. Figure eight, but bigger. Part herbalist and part priests, they were and still are a cornerstone of their. That's a picture of a shaman,
Plain drums.
yeah, and that's in Nepal seal.
Mm.
If we go back to the first slide I had, the all about Nepal one, I'm not going back all the way, but it shows a picture of another Nepali seal. I'll show it to you.
You can go, you can just click on slide one.
I'm not doing,
Okay,
oh wait. This seal.
Okay.
This seal has the flag of Nepal, and then also has kukris, which is the signature weapon in Nepal. They're so good at like splicing that they can cut through bone.
yeah, like shady.
Yeah, machetes, but more effective and a lot more deadly. Anyways,
I guess it depends on who's wielding it.
no, because as long as it doesn't, to be fair, yes.
Yeah.
You're just gonna try to stab with a machete though, so.
Never mind.
Yeah, you can hack away a lot of stuff. But you can hack
More
trees, yeah.
painful.
Yes,
Okay.
more painful because it doesn't clean off the arm. Okay.
Pain inflicts.
Okay, let's go.
No, nothing.
Like my first said, professionals have standards. Ignore the fact that the first link is Wikipedia. I couldn't really find a lot of information on this. Yeah, thanks for these guys, and also thanks for you for sitting through this disaster of a slideshow. Not the accident.
Yeah, that's a very, very well
Yeah.
organized.
So what do we learn? I think what I learned is what is water in honey, okay.
That's fine.
Sorry. It is hot.
It's
Yeah.
funny.
What is that?
Funny.
Honey, yeah,
No, there isn't really any tribes in Nepal, it's more ethnicity.
It's funny.
honey, and what I also learned is that their culture is somehow similar to the Indian culture, yeah. Because of the Hinduism, right? Even their outfit and everything is similar to the Indian women's outfit and stuff.
Dandeva.
Dandeva. Okay,
Dandeva.
Dandeva. Thank you. Anything else that we pick from his presentation?
It's very colorful.
There was, the president was a woman.
Yes.
And apparently
Like
very
kind of corrupt.
Don't worry about that.
It's not going against her, but it's going against the fact that Nepal is, just as a country is really corrupt these
No.
days.
As we grow, every country has their own corruption stuff going somewhere. Yeah,
They had demonic dances.
yes, they had the demonic dances that they use, they scare people away with their masks. Okay, that is great. Yeah, let me ask anybody from Ghana. Yeah, anybody from your team, Romeo, anybody from Ghana want to present? Anyone from Ghana want to present? Okay, Aiden.
Hey. Hold on, I gotta go in there too.
What do you
You went, you know, all the time.
Yeah, the Zoom.
So are we getting help with our team member presenting? Is it helping you? I think so far, Arian's one is very detailed, right?
So that.
So you did not join Zoom.
Oh, what you did.
I did, but I didn't. I did, but I didn't.
I can get it.
Anyone else, anybody else want to present?
No, I'm gonna go. I got.
Okay.
All this time you have been doing it.
Well, that's all her. Thanks, Tom.
It was only the guy.
Ariel, are you okay?
No.
I don't see anything.
Alright.
Don't bring your child.
You take a slide from the Korean.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
The one thing on you, come.
So nobody from Ghana is ready.
There you explain.
This will be a very brief
Hey, we're
presentation.
not- no.
We are not.
We don't want brief.
It's not brief.
We don't want brief
We
over
need
here.
to learn. You don't want brief here.
I got it.
How many slides do you have?
10. But look. One of them, no, two of them, like it took me 2 days because I couldn't figure, like it was the history. I couldn't figure out like all the websites were saying different stuff.
You share.
You
So like
I will let you know when you are done on that, when you finish. Because you've been here from day one. And then, please let's respect our class.
all right, hold on.
Racist.
What?
What's racist about it?
Your hair looks like the country and then I got cut off.
What is this?
Why is it yellow?
It's
Hold on.
called,
I
told
can't
you
see,
that-
I'm black.
your contacts should not about your colors.
Why did you make this on PowerPoint?
Because
I
I had to.
What?
Let's just put it at that. I had to.
Final chart.
French presentation by Eden. Okay, so
What's the reverb on your voice?
France is located in Western Europe. France is the most visited country in the world. In 2018, France saw 89.3 million overnight international arrivals. Yeah, France is now targeting, the stuff is in my way, hold on. The thing was in my way, my bad. France is now targeting 100 million foreign visitors for 2020. Tourists love visiting. The thing was old,
Oh, okay.
so yeah. Tourists love visiting Notre Dame and it attracts 13 million visitors every year. Facts about the Eiffel Tower. The Eiffel Tower is the world's most recognizable landmark. The tower was designed as the centerpiece of the 1889 World Fair in Paris and was meant to commemorate the centennial of French Revolution.
You guys hear him?
No.
I cannot hear.
I don't can hear. I'm saying.
Yo.
I can hear because I can read.
Yeah.
All right. The Eiffel Tower is one of the world's most recognizable landmarks. The tower was designed as the centerpiece of the 1889 World Fair in Paris and was meant to commemorate the centennial of French Revolution and show off France's modern mechanical powers on a world stage. As mentioned before, the tower was built with the intent of showing off France's industrial prowess during the World Fair, but the plan was to tear it down 20 years. After 20 years, the Eiffel had cleverly put a radio antenna on the wireless telegraph transmitter in the tower, and the government eventually decided it was too useful to demolish. French history. All right, this is long. Like, this is a lot to read.
I told you guys last week, consider your home, your palace.
Wait, can you go back a slide and then go
you
forward again? Look at that. Wait, go back to the French
No, go to
Revolution
your-
slide.
Don't listen to that one.
What?
No, go forward.
This one?
Right underneath the talking sign. Look at that guy's chin.
Is that even a god?
Move,
It's not a god.
All right, so this is going to take a long time to read. All right, so basically, I'm gonna just start like, so basically, to summarize all of it, France had a bunch of kings and they all died, and people were fighting for control over France. And it's a part 2. And then, yeah.
You're right about how Maria Antoinette got decapitated.
So no, I did not write about that because I didn't think that was appropriate.
But it's a sentence in a
Blah,
sentence.
blah, 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 blah. It's my presentation. Yeah, and then they established the empire and they named it France. And then, all right. Huh?
They name it France, right?
Because it meant country of the Frankish. In Latin. In Latin, it meant country of the Frankish. 5 fun facts about, yeah. France is the largest country in the European Union. The Statue of Liberty was a gift from France to the US.
Yeah.
France has 12 different time zones throughout all its territories.
You're learning.
Yeah,
something.
because it has the most island territories in the world.
France is home to the largest and most visited museum in the world. Can't see the last one.
Mhm.
Dang, 20 minutes.
France had a king whose reign lasted 20 minutes.
Did he die?
Huh?
Did he
No, his father died and then he became the king, but he didn't want to be a king. So he let his nephew be the king in 20 minutes.
Stupid.
And this is France's national anthem. Y'all can't hear.
That's a long anthem.
No, your computer is it on? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm missing it.
This is a boring.
It's not the Star Wars anthem.
There is weird. Yeah, that's the national anthem.
It's a funny game. 1800s and you hear that everywhere.
That's like the opera.
What
song? Chocolate.
I thought.
Let's talk about it.
So the food. My favorite.
Money or something.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead. Okay, go ahead.
My favorite food to eat in France is macaroons. They're really good.
Macaroons are something completely different.
Macaron. Macaron.
Yes, macaroons are like
No, macaroni.
puppy spike
It's
coconut
macaron.
things.
Macarons, whatever
Yeah.
it's called. Yeah. And then the croissant,
Sorry.
I like that too. They also have some seafood. It's really weird. Like you
Snail.
gotta like slip it. Like it's weird.
Oysters?
Yeah.
Oysters are disgusting.
Oysters taste okay.
I never had it.
It's kind of weird. It's like slimy.
And you eat them raw. Not like, they're alive. They're alive when you eat them.
I don't know.
And then I had squid. It was good too.
Squid is pretty good. I'm
Squid
supposed to.
game.
Wild Shakespeare. That's why. Then we-
No reason, no other reason, just because it's fancy.
Yes.
No, we didn't hear about tribes.
They don't have.
They don't really have tribes compared to.
History.
They don't have
They had
any super
different houses.
people.
Like,
It
it's
was
not,
in the history.
the bonus and half time.
There is a house of Parliament, the house of.
Some places are just
Rockport,
one
something like
place
that.
in general.
The whole the president. We didn't get to see any
Couldn't-
famous people. You are not done. You come back again. No.
No, you-
Name
House of
Queen
Japan.
Antoinette, like Charlemagne.
Maria.
You come back again.
Come back.
Because look,
No.
look at all these things,
We
you
can
don't
see.
even see who is
You
who
come
there.
back.
House of
You got
Bourbon,
half of that.
House of Bourbon.
That's a house.
Basically,
Who's
they're
Maria
tribe.
Yeah, go ahead and finish it. You're not done.
I
Take this with your best side.
Guys, it's not being based today, he's a pro.
How do I copy it?
Love you. You wanna finish it, okay? It's a good start.
You should have.
Good job.
Thank you very much.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Are you done?
Sorry, I gotta go.
Okay. I'm completely finished.
You did completely finish. You should go.
Paige, are you done?
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, come.
12:05.
bring it. Come and share. We don't need a power.
Okay, we can watch it. We can watch it on my phone. We can watch our presentation on my phone.
Goodbye.
All right, guys, I'll see you next
Take
month.
care, thank you.
We'll share your screen.
I'll watch the presentation.
I didn't even hear mine.
Paige. Paige is presenting now. And why did you say? Say your screen.
I'm sharing this one, y'all.
You chose Australia.
Yeah.
Well, save the queen.
So today, y'all, I chose Australia. And yeah, this is tough. So my name is Peyton. I'm gonna take it. I take the time to share with you. As you can see by the title. As you can see by the title, the country I think was Australia. Australia has a lot of amusing sights to see. So, yeah.
No, we can't hear you. Can you hear us?
Oh, I didn't see. I want to go all the way back. Okay, this is Australia by Paige Manford, because that's me. Give me a minute. Okay, so hello, my name is Paige, and today I picked a country to share with you. As you can see by the title, I picked Australia. Australia has a lot of amazing things and sights to see. So Australia's history. Australia was founded in the year of January 1st, the 1st of January, 2001. I mean, not 2001, 19,000. Yeah.
That's why you have to always put it right, the long days, you say it wrong.
Humiliation. All right, so before Australia was founded, the name of the country was Holland. Yeah, and the first settlers of Australia were the Aboriginals. Yeah. Do you know that most of our iron ore comes from Australia?
Wow.
Yeah, and January 26th marks the 1,788 of the first week, which later turned into the day called Australian Day. So like, yeah. And you know that in the year 1856, Victoria became the first Australian colony, and first legislature anywhere in the world to adopt the practice of a secret ballot as opposed to voting. Yeah. This is the Australian flag
And the Australian.
and the Australian map.
That is such a cool Australian flag.
Wow, what a cool flag. I,
Just ignore that.
So the Australian.
So this is the flag right here, and this is the map. And yeah, so next slide. So this is around Australia. Vegemite is a very popular food that you put on your toast. Fairy bread, which is right here. Vegemite. Pie, which is not as good as ours, but it's okay. Anzac biscuits. Oh, where did I put it? It's right here. Chicken parma, that's what they call it, but it's chicken parmigiano, was right here. And witchy grub is this worm right here.
ew,
And cabriola is this next.
they be eating worms.
Yeah.
Who is right now? The
I would
I
just say
reckon-
no.
This is the do's and don'ts of Australia. You know that it's illegal to wear hot pink after midday on a Sunday? Yeah, and it's an offense to carry 50 kilograms of potatoes. Do you know that it's illegal? It was illegal to wear a Batman and Robin costume in Australia, so you can't wear those things.
It's illegal.
It's
I'm
around
not
Australia.
sure.
Please don't make this should. There are a lot of.
Is there what are you doing?
Classroom.
So, one of the things, that I feel like to drink is ginger beer, which is this. Jagger bombs. Right here, I think. No, that's not it. This is Jagger bombs. Then this is Archie Rose, which is right here. They're all like alcoholic drinks. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Ariel, please stop. We were presenting, did anybody do that presentation? Please stop. That's very rude.
So this is the. I don't know how to pronounce that, fruit drinks, and then devil number vodka. I wasn't gonna put 666, because that's just really bad. And, rum,
Rum.
yeah. Okay, next.
Wow.
I'll just go wrong. I'll give you a minute. All right, so the reason why I chose Australia is because when I grew up, I went to travel to Australia, and I think it's going to be, I think that going to Australia is a fun place to be, so yeah, that's why I wanted to go. Australia's current prime minister is John Anthony Albanese, looks like this.
Honorable.
Why is his feet? Why is his feet stretched out? Okay, next. So, the most popular sport in Australia is known as Australian rules football. Unlike traditional American football, this sport is played with 18 players per side and uses a cricket field that may vary by dimension. I don't know what that is, but yeah. And that's the end. I have a question. Yeah, so if you don't know what it is, you just copy and paste because that's plagiarism.
Then you could have still
Something?
Also,
Right.
isn't that prime minister like going swimming into the ocean, and never return?
So, Paige, you have to.
You're not done.
We are not done.
Hey, you're not done.
Because.
I gave you guys a list of slides.
I did.
No. You didn't
You're
show
supposed to be
guys that,
20.
please. No attraction center. When somebody go to Australia, where can they visit?
The North nuts.
You didn't talk about Eden, please stop. She have done a good job by standing here to work on it, please. It's all for all of us to learn. We are working on our presentation skills, right? Communication, and also our writing skills, all those things, and history. Secondly, we are missing What is the language over there?
Oh, they don't have a language. They speak British American, so like us. So they
we
just have
have to
British
know.
English.
They have an English, yeah.
Oh, we have to know.
Okay, so when they say water, they say water.
Yeah,
No,
we have to know.
no, they say
Water.
water.
No,
Water.
yesterday my friend Olivia wrote down on the whiteboard,
They also curse a lot.
the water spilled on my trousers.
The
So,
bowl of water is filled with crowd.
Yeah, do we need a visa?
you need a visa.
I gave you guys a list of things I need.
Just make us feel like
And then
we
you
want to make it.
You guys wanna go to Australia?
Yeah.
So why do you go to Australia? There's giant spiders there.
Exactly. Well, it's on a. And there's a lot of bees.
There's box jellyfish, one of the most dangerous.
And there are octopus.
That's why you should go to
So,
That's why
Kate, you are not done. You come back, just like Aiden, you come back. Go and add more content.
Oh, yeah, please.
And then you talk about guys, Kate and EJPs. You didn't talk about scientists, famous people, none of those stuff. Is there any tradition? I know you talk about some taboos and stuff. I gave you, let me share my, maybe.
Baba, yeah, famous people you could write about them. I'm not writing about them. The only
Who are
one lost their own
who are the
track.
famous people? And what did they do?
They didn't even do
It's like
anything.
from
They
Team
they have a
Fortress
YouTube channel. But anyway. Bye.
You should probably stop sharing your screen.
It is me.
Oh,
Yeah, thank you.
so you should.
David Summercroft. Poor David, he's not here.
Thank you, Ariane. I want you to submit your assignment so I can grade you.
Okay.
There's a class where you did submit.
I think you will be PR.
Yeah. I put,
Yeah, it's supposed to be content. No. Yes. Contact.
guys, if you have forgotten this note, please write it down. Take a picture of it. Okay, so if it's on your phone and you didn't bring me what I asked for, then it's an F. It's an F. Pick a country, pick a tribe, map and flag. You guys are doing the brief history. You are doing it. Is there any special dance in the country? Nobody's talking about dance over there. Is there any festivals? I have had some good festivals. Famous people, inventors, scientists, engineers, what are they doing? What have they invented? You know, the world is growing. Sometimes people think that only America here are inventing stuff, right? But there are amazing people out there creating amazing things outside of the United States. Some applications that we are using were not made here in America. So is there any applications that we use or people know about that were invented in that country or somebody from that country? Talk about those things.
Iron ore,
In Austria, I'm pretty sure.
it's Australia.
No, I'm not talking about Australia. I'm talking about Austria. I'm pretty sure in Austria or Denmark or somewhere near that, the internet was created. I can't.
See, yeah, you gotta do your research. We are not trying to make you guys work hard. The goal is to prep you guys up. These are the things that when you go to high school, in college, you'll be doing. So the earlier you get yourself familiarized and get ready, the better for you. Because you got presentations, even when you are working, you will do presentation. It never ends. Your boss, why did you think this is okay to do? You have to present. And sometimes you have other external clients in your company that you have to deal with. You have to present. Presentation never ends. If you're going to look for a loan, ask for some business help, you gotta present why. You have to always give a history of your product, why you came up with that product, how will it help people out there, how much money will it make, and why they should give you the money to invest in your business or your ideas. Presentation never ends, okay? So this is just a beginning to help you guys to put your message across. You guys are smart young people, and I know you will come up with great, amazing ideas, inventions and stuff. But if you don't know how to present it, your ideas will be stuck in your head, and nobody will buy into it.
Talking about that kind of thing, I thought it was- that's just the balloons.
I know.
I thought so, and I went to the store, Costco, I saw something called Izzy, which, in our school cost $1.25. Being sold for 75, bucks. And a single Izzy costs $25. And so I mean, there's 25 Izzy's in there, so I was thinking like, I could sell it for $1 and sell it cheaper. And if I didn't say that to my dad, I don't think, 'cause I haven't actually done anything, but I think.
You gotta present your stuff, right? Yeah, you always got the reason why, see, I asked you, why are you picking up the country, you know? There's always a motive behind what we are working on. There's always a reason why you want something. Even when you want allowance, something like money or something, you have to tell your parents why you need that. If you want a shoe or a dress, you gotta talk about it, right? And everything's about presentation. You present your facts, your reason, and sometimes you have to add some pictures and videos. It goes a long way. So I'm begging you guys, I'm not trying to torment you guys, okay? But what I want to tell you is your presentation is not done. Aiden, Paige, it's not done.
I tried, I really.
Oh, you did a good, I love I can read. I love how you broke down the Aboriginal, when it was founded, the history. I love all those things. What I'm saying is it's missing some content. A whole lot. And you work on your fonts. You're looking at me.
Didn't like, I couldn't like.
Oh, Jesus.
The first mistake is that you use PowerPoint.
Do we need a visa requirement? What is it, you know? Symbols and tokens. What are some of the symbols in Australia? In France, we didn't talk about that. Traditional way, music instruments, all those things, please. And this is just the basic. You can add more. You can add more. It's just the basic. This is just the basic of the basic. And we stood here and we had what? 21 different slides for you guys. And you come and give me 10? That doesn't make sense.
I actually gave you 12.
It's still not enough. But it's good. That means say 12, you are missing how many? These are topics. So some of you cramp up your presentation. The topic, you can have 2 or 3 topics in one slide. No, that is why we cannot even read. Like for Aiden, the brief history, right? You had the tribes in there, right? So I've had a slide all by itself for tribes. Yeah, so I have a slide all by itself, the group of people out there in France. So I have a separate slide. Break apart your slide, okay? So that you can able to insert videos and pictures. Ariel didn't have that many pictures. He tried, but it was like when he was talking about the stuff, we didn't know what he was saying until when he finished and we saw a picture. Try to have a picture, then next to it is your message, okay? So when you are talking, nobody can connect the dots. Not after you are done talking. Am I making sense?
For some slides, like the history one, I try to make it so when I was starting to talk about the 2 wars, I pulled up the pictures.
Yeah, but if we had it, let's say you talk about the one wall, right? Then you have the picture next to it, like the wall here, picture of the wall, and then a brief summary of it. So when you are saying it and talking about, well, okay, this is what really happened. But if you finish saying everything and then you show the picture, at that moment you have lost your audience. Images attract people to look at what you are talking about, okay? Videos catches people's attention on what you are talking about. Visuals are very, very important. when you go to store, right, and you see a clothes, there is something that the designer did that made you want to buy it. Does it make sense? We are people that are attracted to things that we see. And so you have to make your presentation attractive. People to what? Pay attention to you. Am I making sense? Okay, so, but above all, I will be honest. You guys have done a good job, okay? You've done an amazing job. Can it be better? Yes. I love that Arian came, he mistakenly stumbled on this, and he said, I can bring it. Come and show you guys. So today, we have drum from what? The car. Then we can all touch it and feel it. Did you touch it? Yeah.
It's called a matar, by the way.
Matar.
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 It's a. You're
So
saying
you see,
matar.
it's nice.
It's like an authentic drum. You can even see the fact that it used to be like metal, it's painted over on
Mhm.
the inside. And it also feels like sugar cane, so don't rub your hands on it.
Fine.
I know it's not mine.
Yeah.
That's yours.
So if you have something from that country and you didn't text me last week,
Mine now.
I asked you for the dish. I was gonna buy you guys flag for your country. Yeah, you didn't, having this helps, you know, when you have crabs from the country, it helps. Guys, Ariane, no more balloons, please. If you have, are you listening? If you have crabs from your country, bring them, it helps. Something from that place, it helps a whole lot. Because that way you are telling us that you have something like connection to the place. In Ghana, next
Question.
year,
What big part of my country is, it's drinking etiquette? So
Don't
like,
bring- don't-
no,
you
it
bring-
is a big part of it.
Bring like.
In South Korea, when you go like business, to events or such, or you take your boss out to dinner, you normally have like a bottle of soju or somek or something like that. The drinking etiquette is a big part, so are you comfortable with me putting it in there?
yeah.
But it's alcohol.
It doesn't have to be alcohol.
Hey, at least you didn't put,
Drinking etiquette includes the alcohol,
Yeah.
which is a big part of the culture.
hey, at least you didn't put, at least you didn't put like 5 different pictures of alcohol, if you like.
Sure don't have.
No,
Australia doesn't have, juice.
Kid-friendly drink.
Hey.
Yeah.
no, like in some countries,
Because all
drinking
the
is a
drink that
big
they showed
central.
was all alcoholic drink. So which means that there's no juice in Australia.
Yes,
Alcohol, yeah, I've done ginger beer before though. It's alcohol.
Well, it's just kind of taking you.
yeah. Just drink for like it.
I cannot put on my belly. I'm holding.
You have to sit down.
Can I
You're supposed to
You
rest
don't
on-
have the stuff.
Yeah.
that-
I wish I had a strapper on my neck.
You could have done something, but you
Like,
chose not to.
I don't want to.
Okay, Tim,
You can play this.
next week. We don't want to hear any more excuse. Yeah, you're your people. Romeo saw American. I understand that part. Huh?
It's still-
Hello, madam. Madam, please, I want to do my presentation.